Good morning, Flosstube. Well, actually, good afternoon. My name is Daphne, and welcome to my channel. Today is February 2nd of the year 2023, and I am going to show you all the progress that I made in the month of January. I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers, and I would like to say welcome back to any current viewers and subscribers. There's a lot here to look at and go over, so we'll just get started. First thing we'll look at is we'll do the two Whipco pieces that were called for January. The first one was let me get the number here for you. The numbers were number 6 and number 10. So for me, number 6 was 10 Days on Hope and Strength. And this was from Glendon Place. This was back in 2020, when the pandemic had started. And I did look one time before, and I could not find it on their website. So I'm not sure if you can get this anymore. It is called to be flosses and beads, but I'm not doing the beads. I'm just doing it all in floss. And it's a black and white picture, so you really can't tell what the colors are going to be. So I'm using the DMC ones that are either close to it or ones that I chose. So there's 2 purples, there's a variegated blue, etc. And this is on 32 count Belfast linen white 2/2 full cross. And let me fold this in half. Here is the progress that we made in 10 days. I focused on getting this page done, or this was done last year, I can't remember. I know I got the words and brought the border all the way over, so this is as wide as this piece is going to be. And I know I was filling in here, filling in the white, which you can't really see, and you can see it there, but I gotta do all the white over here, and everything, pretty much the bird, this is all repeat on both sides. So I got one more little flower thing here to do, and then do the fill-in of those. Go down and do the 2 over here, and then I can just do the white fill-in, and then come down and do the line on the other side, and finish the words, and continue on. So there's Hope and Strength, and this was 10 days so far. Not sure if it'll come back out. If not, that's fine. If it does, that's fine as well. So that was one Whipco goal met for January. And the second Whipco goal was 10 days for number 10, which was Scent of Old Roses, which is the one and only Mirabilia that I have. This is as many of you know, this is the memorial piece for my mom. She liked purple and she liked roses, so kind of had to do it. Using the called for flosses, but not the called for fabric. I'm using 32 count earthen by Picture This Plus, 2/2 full cross, except for the skin is 1/1. And here is where we are currently. I'll show you the whole big piece. And then I was really focusing on up here. There is just a little bit more of the whisper thread up in this section up here, just a couple stitches. Other than that, that whisper thread is all done. That was fun and to work on. And I started to do some of the back stitching on this hand here, and this hand I'm starting as I'm going up, starting to back stitch it as I go. So right now I'm really into really heavy and thick into her skin. because now we're working on her chest, going up her neck to her face, and then we'll get to the hair. As soon as I can get some more over here, might take a little break and go and do some of the stitches up here, and then come back and do the 1/1, because that's what I've been doing, is a little bit of 1/1 and then do some of the regular over 2 stitches. Here, hang on. I get this up here close so you guys can see. Get this out of the way for a second. Come on. There is another skin color right here. Kind of blends in. These colors blend in right now with the fabric. But as you can see, once you get all the colors around them, they end up popping out. So, and then once that's all done, then we can start doing all the beading. So there is Scent of Old Roses, and this one actually got 11 days this month, because it was still on the frame, and I was like, well, might as well work on it one more day. So those were my whip-go pieces for January, and now we're just going to go through my pile over here of what's here, just in no particular order. And this will talk to you about when I use them. This one, my winter chores, is a full kit, and I'm doing it as called for. Ezra Williams, don't know, JAC Inc. possibly is the design company or the kit company. I don't know. I didn't buy this. This was a de-stash from one of my friends and the couple boxes that I got from her. So I used this for one of my monthly prompts, and it was 300 stitches, and I believe I did over 300. So here is where it's at currently, and then not exactly sure where I worked in it for January. But just looking here, winter chores of 400 plus, give or take 400 stitches, but I only did 300. I'm not sure exactly where, but I'll be posting the before picture so you'll be able to see where, possibly in this area. I don't remember exactly where I was working, or up in the sky, I think. I think it was up in the sky. But I could be, I don't remember where I worked on this one this time. And then, so this is, like I said, called for everything. And the next one here in my pile is the Rick and Morty piece. I don't have a cover photo because there was no cover photo with the pattern. Still have a floss attached. I would use this piece as a travel piece in January because we took a little trip up to Missouri, my boyfriend and I. So this was a piece that I worked on in the hotel and in the car on the 8 hours that we drove there and back. So this one got quite a lot of stitches. This one total now is just over 3,000, almost 4,000 stitches, and it's 53.50% complete. Would like to get it finished this year so it can be gifted, but we shall see. The next piece that I worked on was my Waffle Lot Sal, and this one I used in my one of my monthly challenge prompts, and here is what it's gonna excuse me. Let's see. Here's the pattern. I had started originally the border I took a break and I started working on the top part because I was getting kind of bored of the border. Hands-on design. That was from a Black Needle Society Date with Your Stitching box, and that's being stitched on a 32 count white Belfast linen, 2/2, called for or close to called for DMCs. I believe it's DMCs. So you can see the border up here. There's the border that I was working on, and then I came down here and started working on this. So this one, it was just one color that I picked. And started working on the border. Right now it doesn't matter which way I hold it because it's just the border. So there's the border. There was nothing to start with. I think it actually goes this way. Yeah, this is the bottom left. So that's the way it goes. They said this was give or take around 400 stitches. Yeah, just one color I was working on, and I got that done. Would like to get this out and start giving it some good progress. Maybe in February we'll see this one back out again. And then I did work on this. This is a birth sampler. I don't have a picture for it, and I'm just using whatever flosses I picked that I liked. So these are all, except for the DMC, these are all from Black Needle Society subscription boxes. There's Gentle Arts, there's Almond M&M, there's Mystical Diamond Arts, and then another Almond M&M. And this is on Caricom Lugana 4th of a yard 28 count Fortnight fabrics. It was an exclusive, so I'm not sure if they're going to release it or not in the coming years. 2/2 full cross, and this is where it's at. You kind of, these two, this blue and this blue kind of almost blend together, but they are different. And you can see them in person that they're different. So we've got that one going. Hold it out this month. And then we have my New Year, New Start. This is, I don't have a picture, but I'll insert a picture up here. This is Bostonia monochrome by Stitching Jules Designs, and it's on a 28 count sea glass from Fortnight Fabrics. This was their collection for one of their a year or two ago. So I'm not sure if you can purchase it anymore. I'm using just DMC black, and this is where it is for the month of January. This one got 789.85 stitches, but I need to pretty much, I think from here down, all needs to come out because I messed up the placement and it's just not gonna work right. So what I did is I started the top center. There we go. Top center, worked my way down and around, and then I stopped, did some more, and then I came back and started doing the letters. But like I said, I gotta take out a couple 100 or 200 or so stitches the next time I pull this out. Using one strand, 1/1, full cross. I gotta get this one in a regular bag instead of a plastic bag. And then another one that I worked on a couple days so far. is my rainy day project, which I've worked on for 3 days. And I actually need to write down that 2-1 and 2-2. It's been raining, so I need to get some more days in it. But it is The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. This was the box December last year, the resolution box. No, the resolution box of 2021. And I'm not sure about if it's on his website or not. I haven't looked. And this is the floss that I'm using, which was in that box as well. And I know the taggy's in here. It's Forbidden Fiber Co. River of Life is the floss that I'm using. And I'm using a 56 count cream linen, Zweigart linen. My scissors are stuck. 2/1 full cross. Let me move my thing down. And this is where we are at. I worked on it, I think, Tuesday, I think it was. I finished out this flower, finished this deer, made this connecting border here, and brought this one down and did all of this one here to frame out the bigger section. So I have this big flower, the words, and then this pattern down here, and then that's it. So when I pull it out each time, I'd get, for each rainy day, oh, that's my highlighter was stuck in there. When I pull it out, I do 3 lengths of one strands, and I call that a day on that one. The next one I did a little bit of work on is the Woodland Christmas, Tiny Modernist. This is exclusive with Crazy Annie's. I have not received a part 4 yet, but I'm still working on part 1, but I'll show them all. There's part 2, and there's part 3. And like I said, I just worked on it just a little bit, just a few stitches in it. And this is on Tomas Fortnight Fabrics. That was another exclusive. And 2/2 full cross, the called for, as I got the fancy floss, but I didn't need to have them supply me with the DMC. I could do that myself. So I got the green here done, I got the lighter pink here, and I finished, you can't really see it, and finished out this snowflake. This is 28 count. So my plan is to put the odds on this piece, and then get a different piece for the evens. And then the next piece that I pulled out, these ones are my focus pieces for the year for one of the challenge groups. And this is Pandemic. This got 400 stitches this month. And the percentage now is at 52.5, and it was 51.54 in January. So here's the whole piece, whole Pandemic piece, and I worked down in this section here, filling in and working in. I think I'm going to work down to the page and then work across the page. And this is 30 count barley corn, access commodities, 1/1 full cross with Mississauga silk in hydrangea. And the next yearly focus one is snowman stocking. It's a DMC, a Haid. I don't have a picture, I should print out a picture. A Haid stocking chart. This is, I want to say 32 or 28 count. I don't remember exactly what it is. 1/1 DMC called for. So here's where it's at. This one received 1,164 stitches because it's just right now just solid color filling in. I know I worked down here getting some more of these blues filled in. I got a little bit of blue here on my needle. Well, it's hanging, it's not on the needle. And then I decided to start filling in the moon. So, excuse me, we got some more moon filling. And then one of my other yearly focus pieces, we had to pick through 4, is Song of Summer. And here is the cover image. Donna Gelsinger is the artist. And this one, Song of Summer, was 703 stitches. But did I work on it already in February? Yes, I worked on it February 1st for 416 stitches. But it'll get a little bit more work in February as well. And then let me just fold this up here. So then 28 count, easy guide, 1/1 full cross. And this is where it is currently at. I'll just do this. Working down in this, filling in the left-hand side, and I realized looking at the picture the other day, as I was working on it, I'm working on that bird. So this right here is the first bird. So this little birdie right here, getting his little tail feathers in, and little back feathers. That little birdie right there. Wasn't sure if I'd get him in there, but that's that little birdie right there. Lots of colors in that little wing right there. Purples, blues. There's some whites in his belly. So we'll pull this one out again. I don't have to because I did the 400 and I need to have 100 stitches in each one for each of the littles. We're traveling the Olympics, so for each Olympics you have to have at least 100 stitches in each of your yearly projects. So this one for the next stop has its 100 stitches, so I don't have to pull it out again. The next one here is everyone's favorite. It's the Game of Thrones. And this one got 2,133 stitches. It was 48.7%, and it is now 48.54%. So I did not even 0.5%. Whew. But that's okay. This one will definitely get work on this month. Using it in my challenge groups. So this diagonal is completely filled in except for down here, which I might leave for when I do this next row of pages. So I'll start up here, work this next diagonal. These ones in the little bobbin here are the ones that are parked for this diagonal, and these ones here, as you can see, are parked from this top row of pages and are for other diagonals. So I'm actually now into people, no more background, just people in their clothes. And then I do have one more project that I worked on. This is, it's another pandemic, but it is Karen the Needle Bug. She decided that she couldn't work on it anymore. So a group of us are working on it, taking turns and working on it, and then I'll get back to her. So this is B5200, and it's a red fabric. I'm gonna say 28 count, but I'm not 100% sure. I've worked on it a little bit for my turn so far. So this is where this is currently. I'll put it in the video of the whole thing before I started working on it. I worked down here, finished this strip here, and started down over here. I'll work on it maybe over this coming weekend, and then I'll get ready to sign over here. I'm gonna start putting my name over here. Maybe I'll put in a couple more hearts to finish out this line, because my name's not gonna fit over here. I think I probably have the longest name out of everybody that's on this. So, but that's okay. I really like this on the red with the white. So when I'm finished, I will message the lovely lady that is in charge and get the contact info for the person that's receiving it after me. So those are what I've worked on in January. My February WIPGO calls is, we'll do this one first, number 11. So the numbers were 7 and 11 for February. And it is the Priscilla stamped kits called Sporting Pups. Doing this called for everything. Although I ran into a little bit of a snag last night when I was working on this, but I just figured I'd just muddle through and just keep going. I started working, you'll see I'm just going all over the place. But I started working on this little black doggy here this time around. So the goal for this month is 10 days. I'll insert a picture of where it was because I'm just leaving it in the Q-snap, my 6x6 Q-snap. So last night I did all these in here. And then tonight I might just take this strand and fill in, or I might get the next color and start doing some more fill in. So there's the Sporting Pups. I was working did some of the bag and the blanket, the duck's head. Oh, no, that's not the dog. That's the dog. The duck's head, blanket, and the basket. The fishing basket is over here. Not my favorite project in the world, but it's still. So we'll see where that progress gets in February. And my other WIPGO call was number 7, which is Jane's Joy. And here is the picture, the cover image. Carolyn Manning Designs, Jane's Joy, Holiday Joy. And this is 28 count, I believe. 2/2 full cross, called for DMCs, if not close. So this is where it's at. This will get worked on after Sporting Pups 10 days. So this is made no progress since the whip parade, but this is where, if I can hold it, this is where it's currently at. So I'll probably just finish doing this side of it, get everything done on this side before I move over to the next, or up, whichever way I want to go. But I believe that these are the last ones for this row. So I got one little bit on this one to finish, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, and then all of this border repeats. So that is WIPGO number 2, or WIPGO number 7, but it's goal number 2 for me for February, and that's just 10 days is pretty much all of my goals for for this year. So those are all of my projects that I have worked on. This month definitely will be, like I said, Jane's Joy and Sporting Pups, Game of Thrones, Pandemic, Song of Summer, and Snowman Stocking. Not exactly sure what else I'll fit in there for other prompts as I go through the weeks. So we'll go into some haul. As I said, we went to Missouri right before we left on Thursday, the 12th of January, and we came back on Monday, the 16th of January. Thursday and Monday were both driving days. As like I said, it's an 8-hour drive for us. So my boyfriend did 4 hours driving, and then I did 4 hours driving. We went up and saw friends of ours that moved up to Missouri. This was the first time we'd seen them since, I want to say it was like August. So it was well overdue. So my friend and I actually took a trip on Friday. We just had a girls' day out and around in Kansas City-ish area. And we actually went to CC and Company. So I did get a little bit of stuff. I don't have it all here because I did get her some patterns for Christmas, and I got her middle daughter a couple patterns for Christmas as well. But the first pattern here we got is Dark Shards by Ink Circles. I think this one would just be pretty with like a variegated floss instead of the colors that it calls for. I don't know what I would do it on, or what variegated floss, but I just liked it. So I don't know if I'll do it the way it is or not. And then I picked out a picture, Mystic Fabrics Enchanted 32 count 18 by 25 linen. So that's in the package. It's a nice blue. I did have a thing in mind that I wanted to do, but it's not big enough for what I wanted. I don't think. I'd have to double check. But I have another idea for it. And then I grabbed this. I thought this was really cute. It's got their CC and Company name on it, and it's cross stitch ruler. Easily measures 2 inch to 3 inch. So this hole here is that hole there is your 3 inch, and that there's your 2 inch. So you put it on the corner, and you can measure for your starting points. And then this one here, Autumn Lane Stitchery, Let It Snow. This one, I think I can put that on that one. I think that would look kind of cool. DMC Flosses. And then we've got one that I was wanting to find. I had on my wish list on 123 Stitch, and they had it. And this picture is just, it's Quaker Christmas 2 by Bygone Stitches. Not gonna do the called for Gentle Art sampler threads, just because I think I calculated out when it was on, when I looked at it on 123 Stitch, it was like $200 to do the pattern, the floss, and the fabric. Because you need 115 yards of currant and 25 yards of blue spruce. So I don't know what I would do for this one. I was thinking like a variegated, and then maybe the songs in a different color. Because that's what it looks like they did here. A solid red, well, variegated-ish red, and then all the songs are in a different color. So that's what I might do. Just do it 2 colors, but not 2 fancy floss colors. And I don't know what, this was light exemplar. We will see what I do. And then the last one I picked out was Happiness is Sunflowers. And this is Rosie and Me. I just like this. I thought of somebody that I could do this for. And I could put this on this blue fabric as well. I have to make sure and see if I could fit this one and the snowman one on there. But it's not that big. On 14 count, it's 7.14 inches by 6.79 inches. It's 100 by 95, so it's not that big. And on 32 count, it would probably be smaller. We should be able to do that. It's Weeks DMC Classic Colorworks. But I could just use DMCs because they did put the DMC conversions on it as well. So there's that one. And that's all the haul that I have in my possession from CC & Company. I did get one skein of DMC, but that's already in my floss because I needed it for my model stitching. So now the only other thing is the Black Needle Society bi-monthly subscription box. This one was Cozy Kitchen, and I do go into more detail in the unboxing video. Just want to show it in case people don't like watching unboxings. So you get your spoiler card, which gives you all the stuff, a note from them, one that's on sale, and then your photo challenge. So there's the recipe cards. I haven't opened it to see what all the recipes are. And then here's the apron. It has the pocket. Eat, sleep, stitch, repeat. And then here's the horn book that you can use to finish the pattern on. So there's those. We've got a reusable snack bag. We've got the needle minder, which is the mixer, the stand mixer, and it says Mix Master with DMC sticking out of it. And then wax melts, early morning stitching, lemon pound cake, and the specialty floss, open it up the right way so it's easier to grab, is cinnamon roll and baked apples, Fiberlicious yummy fibers, and then the last thing in this box is pancake and waffle mix. And it gives you the recipe: butter, 4 eggs, and milk. So that is all the haul that I have this month. And I believe that's everything that I have to go over this month as well. So, like I said, or like I say, I hope everybody has a great stitching month. And remember that if you're working on a project and it's not bringing you joy, and you're getting stressed out with it, it's okay to put it away and find another project that is bringing you joy, because this is a hobby and you don't want to bring the stress into the pieces. You want to relax you, and you want to enjoy it. And if you are getting stressed with the piece, sometimes that will affect your tension of your stitches and just a whole mess of things. And you don't want, when you're finished the piece, you want to look at that piece and see and remember the happy times that piece brings. and the memories that it brings and what you associate that with. It could be a show you're watching, it could have been a book you're reading, it could have been for the person, things like that. You don't want to associate the projects with negative things because then you're not going to enjoy it. So it's okay to put it aside for a little while and pick something else up until you can get back to that one. So with that, I hope everybody has a great day and a great month, and I'll see you again later. Bye, everyone.